Hello, my brothers and sisters in Christ. The Lord brought me across this passage. So this is from 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 18 to 25. And just to give you guys a little context, this is the prophet Elisha. He's just visiting a new town, and there's a wealthy woman there who sees him, and she's basically just feeding him and his servant, just taking care of him. And in return, he asks her, well, what can I do for you for your kindness? And they noticed she didn't want anything, but they noticed that she was old and barren. She hadn't had any children yet. So he proclaimed over her life, he prophesied that next year, around that same season, that she would give birth to a son. Sure enough, she gave birth. So we're going to be reading from that point on when the child has grown up. It says, when the child had grown up, he went out one day to his father among the reapers. And he said to his father, "Oh, my head, my head." The father said to his servant, "Carry him to his mother." And when he had lifted him and brought him to his mother, the child sat on her lap till noon, and then he died. And she went up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, and shut the door behind him, and went out. Then she called to her husband and said, "Send me one of the servants and one of the donkeys, that I may quickly go to the man of God and come back again." And he said, "Why will you go to him today? It is neither noon nor Sabbath." She said, "All is well." Then she saddled the donkey, and she said to her servant, "Urge the animal on. Do not slacken the pace for me unless I tell you." So she set out and came to the man of God at Mount Carmel. First of all, this woman is blessed with a child, and the child dies on her. How devastating could that be? I want to acknowledge her faith. She didn't even tell her husband what was going on. She says, "All is well." Now, mind you, her child is dead. Even though the circumstances may look dead, there was something in her that knew, if God blessed me with this child, I didn't ask for this child. If God gave me this child, He is going to bring this child back to life. And I feel like so many of us need to hear this, but whatever feels dead in your life right now, it is not always going to be that way. This could be a test of your faith. And clearly she passed, because homegirl was like, "All is well," knowing that her son is literally dead. There was a knowing in her that this child is not going to stay dead. He's dead right now, but he's not going to stay like that. And if God blessed you with something, He is not going to let that thing die. He is not going to let the enemy take it from you. This is just a test of your faith. Don't let the enemy break you down just because it looks dead. That's my new response to everything. Listen, I don't care what the circumstances look like. It is well. I don't care if it feels dead. If I feel like I lost my fire for God, if I feel like I don't want to get up, it is well. This is just a test of my faith. Things may not be going in my favor right now, but it is well, because I know